And once I start seeing that the market is consistently across several pairs not respecting support and resistance, guess what I do? Do I go into recovery mode? No freaking way. No way, Jose, am I going to go into recovery mode because the market is not respecting support and resistance. How do you know when to stop trading? Like, how do you like it? You know you're losing, and how do you know when to stop trading? Like a lot of times people will say something like, if I'm 20% down on my account, and I'm just going to stop the screen share. If I'm 20% down on my account, I'm going to stop trading. If I'm 30% down on my account, I'm going to stop trading. If I'm 10% down, if I'm 40% down, 80% down on my account, I'm going to stop trading. And they use a percentage of their account as a as the benchmark, as the measuring stick on if they are going to stop trading. And I want to tell you that is absolutely asinine. That is the worst idea you could possibly do. And I'm talking, it is verifiably, objectively a terrible idea. Absolutely a 100% terrible idea. Why? Because does the market know and does the market care how far down on your account you are? I mean, no, it doesn't. So how is it that if you're 30% down on your account, that just means that you should just get out of the market? Because now all of a sudden the market's not going to give that to you. Like, what? And you might say, okay, well, I'm 30% down on my account, and so clearly I'm not trading well, and therefore I need to stop trading. And well, like, I guarantee you that's never going to work. I promise you that's never going to work. Why? Because your brain is going to then automatically think, okay, man, I'm down 30% on my account. I'm down 50% on my account. But what if my next trade's going to win? Who has done that? And then you place your next trade and it loses. Yeah, exactly, Kirsten. 100%. It is an unworkable system to use a percentage of your account as the benchmark for if you should stop trading. Because here's the next thing that happens, people. Kirsten, I'm gonna ask you because you were so brave to answer right there. When you like, have you ever successfully stopped trading on a day when you've had losses? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, but it's hard, and you've done it. Good, and there's a whole thing to look at as far as to why it's hard, and it's beautiful. It's an amazing discovery, and Claudia, you have as well. Okay, so you've stopped. Good. You've had losses, and you said, "I gotta stop trading." And now here's the question. Here's the big question. How did you feel about yourself when you stopped trading because you were down? How'd you feel about yourself? Not good. Okay. Kirsten, what about you? Not happy? Yeah, it felt kind of crummy. Exactly. And it's usually whatever those crummy feelings are, they are directed toward you as an individual and how bad you are, how bad of a trader you are, how bad of a decision maker you are, how bad, it's all about how bad I am. And you walk through the rest of your day knowing I am bad. Why? Because your decision was based on losses. And what does loss mean about a person? It means you're bad. And how empowered are you going to be to go into trading the next day? And now let's take this a step further. If everything is directed to how bad I am, how bad you are, and you need to stop trading, do you want to feel bad about yourself? Like, do you wake up in the morning and say, I know what I want to do today. I've got the best idea ever. I want to feel bad about myself. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Let's do it. Like, you don't do that. You might wake up feeling bad about yourself, okay, but you're not going to wake up saying, today my goal is to feel bad about myself. So now think about this. You stop based on your, getting losses in your account and all that type of stuff, and you start feeling bad about yourself. Well, now you actually need to stop. Now you come to the decision where I need to stop. Well, stopping means you're bad. So you're going to do whatever you can to avoid being bad. So you're not going to stop. It's an unworkable situation. Because first of all, you're making a decision based on what the market has nothing to do with. X% down in your account. And the next thing is, you have to make a decision that's going to prove to you how bad you are. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. You're not going to be, you might possibly be as disciplined as Kirsten here and physically shut down her computer to stop. But are you going to be able to do that again? Maybe you can do it a second time, but are you going to be able to do it a third time? I'm guessing no. It's an unworkable situation. So what do? You just keep on trading? Like what do you do? So you have to find an objective, I call it algorithmic way of knowing when to stop. That has literally nothing to do with you and has nothing to do with how far down your account is. You have to find something that's a clear reason. Because let me ask you, if you're driving down the road and you and I are in a car and you're driving and I give you $500, are you going to just roll down your window and drop that $500 out the window? No, of course you're not. Of course you're not. Why? Because you know you'll never get that money back. And it just makes no sense. You can objectively say that is a bad idea. And it's objective. That's not just personal taste. Oh, I like green, you like blue. No, you can objectively say that is a bad choice to drop $500 out the window and keep on going. Now, maybe you just like to give randomly, like you're kind of like doing like kind of like random acts of kindness. But even in that, you probably wouldn't just drop it like that. You probably would be a little more strategic in your random act of kindness. But nonetheless, so you wouldn't do that because it's objectively a bad idea. So how can we create something around that is an objectively bad idea? That's just clear, that's obvious. Like, there is no way I'm going to drive my car into a concrete wall on purpose. It's objectively a bad idea. And you'll never do it on purpose. Well, let's take a look at that. And it really has a lot to do with what I call stage of development number 2. Stage of development number 1 is recognizing what a high quality support and resistance level is. You got to know what a high quality support and resistance level is. And not all support and resistance is created equal. It's just not. There are some support and resistance levels that are better than others, and some support and resistance levels that are just crap. So you don't take those. But if you don't know what a good quality support and resistance level is, then you can't move on. So that's the first thing. And I'm not going to go into all of that right now. But when you know what a high quality support and resistance level is, then you can start moving into stage of development number 2. And what is stage of development number 2? It's recognizing when the market is playing your game. What does that mean? That means that if you step on a tennis court, but the market steps on the same tennis court, and the market has a tennis racket and a tennis ball, but you have a basketball, guess what? You two aren't playing the same game. And guess what? You don't stand a chance at winning because you've got a basketball on a tennis court and don't even have a tennis racket. You cannot win. You got to make sure you two are playing the same game. So what can you do? You can just simply look, how is the market doing with support and resistance right now? Is the market reacting and responding to support and resistance? Yes or no? If it's not, why on earth would you continue trading? There's literally no reason to continue trading if the market is not even reacting and responding to support and resistance. It makes zero sense. That would be equivalent to driving down the road. It's like, oh, I got a good idea. I've got $500 here. I'm going to drop this out the window because I know in one more mile, in 1.6 more kilometers, I'm going to find $1,000. So 1, 2, 3, go. And you drive, drive, drive. 1 mile goes by. Where's the $1,000? I knew there would be $1,000 here. I knew there would, but it's not there. Why? Because it's not going to work. It's a losing strategy. So if you recognize the market's not reacting and responding to support and resistance, don't place a trade. Now, how can you know that? Because like if the market just blows right past the resistance trade, is that right past the resistance? Does that mean the market's not playing a game? Nope. Nope. It just means it blew right past it. You need to have a calculated way of knowing if the market is respecting them. And how can you do that? This is how I do it. This is 100% how I do it. First of all, before I start trading, I take a quick glance. How is the market responding to support and resistance? And if I see that it is regularly breaking through them, by regularly, I mean 3 times or more, and feel free to take notes, 3 times or more, then I just say, all right, I'm going to reduce my risk or I'm not going to trade. If it is responding the way that I would expect when it gets to support and resistance, then I'll trade. But then what do I do? What do I do? I place a first trade, and let's just say my first trade loses. Whatever, trades lose, doesn't matter. I place a second trade lost. Well, whatever, that didn't feel very good, but it lost. And what I immediately start doing is I start looking, am I placing my trades at good spots? Yes or no? If I am not placing my trades at good spots, I know what to do. I start placing my trades at good spots. If I am placing my trades at good spots, I know what to do. I place a third entry. I place a third entry and it loses. Alarms go off. What's going on here? First of all, am I placing my trades at good spots? No, I'm not. Well, I know what to do. I start placing my trades at good spots. Duh. It has to do with me. It doesn't have to do with anything else. I just got to place them in good spots. That's easy to do because all I have to do is just click when it's time to click and don't click when it's not time to click. That's it. So then, all right. So if I am placing my trades at good spots and those 3 lost, then what do? I look, how is the market moving? And I look across all of my currency pairs. Is the market respecting support and resistance there? Is it respecting support and resistance there? Is it respecting support and resistance there? And once I start seeing that the market is consistently across several pairs not respecting support and resistance, guess what I do? Do I go into recovery mode? No freaking way. No way, Jose, am I going to go into recovery mode. Because the market is not respecting support and resistance. Why on earth would I go into recovery mode and increase my risk? Now I'm just losing money faster. I don't know about you, but that seems like a dumb idea to me. So I look, I'm like, yeah, goodness, look at this. Market's not respecting support resistance. What do? You know what? I take my thumbs and I put them underneath my booty and I sit on my thumb. That's it. And guess what? Guess what, guys? It is so easy to stop trading. Because guess what? The reason I'm stopping trading is because of the market. The market's not giving me what I want. Why would I place another trade? It is objectively bad. It is objectively a terrible idea to place another trade. Why? Because it's the same as me taking that $500 and throwing it out the window. Like, you know, if you just place another trade, it's not going to work because across the market, it's not respecting them. No reason to continue whatsoever. And guess what? So now it is something that is objective, algorithmic, based on how the market is moving. And it has nothing to do with me as a person. Literally nothing to do with me as a person. There is no, I don't need to like prove that I'm not bad. Actually, I feel empowered by stopping. I feel like, my goodness, I kind of rock. Look at that. I could see what the market's doing here. I'm actually awesome. This stopping is all of a sudden naturally and automatically becomes evidence of how awesome I am. Like, who's not gonna do that? Like it becomes so easy. And instead of now me, I need to keep trading to prove to myself I'm not bad. Now me stopping trading is evidence that I can see something in the market that maybe other people can't see. And it's evidence that I'm pretty much a big deal. And maybe for you, that's not important, but for me, it kind of is. I don't know why. It doesn't matter why. Fact of the matter is, I want to feel good about myself. Maybe you do too. I guarantee that you don't want to look bad. I guarantee you do want to look good. I promise you that. That I know 100% for sure. So, so all of that wrapped up together, looking for an objective reason to stop. And now you're going to just take a first entry, a second entry, and a third entry. And if you don't like the way the market is after you lose a third entry, stop. Very good question here. When you stop trading due to current market conditions, do you tend to stop trading for the entire day? Or could you try to test out the other markets later that same day? The market changes on average about 45 minutes. So I'm going to go and I'm going to check again. And what am I doing? I am watching. I am simply watching, and I am looking to see, will the market respond to support and resistance the way I would expect it to respond 3 times in a row? And if it does, I'll enter into the market again.